Yo, what's happening? Back again. We brought Brandon Johnson, Mohawk Brandon Johnson back to the conjugation, please. Let's see what he has to say.
And peacekeepers and violence interrupters, you are truly the balm at a time in which our city and our nation needs healing. So thank you for bringing healing to the greatest freaking city in the world, the city of Chicago.
I could swear I hear some booing back there. And a lot of people ain't on the same page with this guy. Not only he removed shot spotters, he doing away with the police. This guy got Chicago's in shambles, man. Not to mention there are billions and billions and dollars in deficit in the city. One of the sanctuary cities that, along with New York, Ohio, L.A., Arizona, all these sanctuary cities that are bringing in the immigrants in and getting funding for these people. They're defunding the police. They're not taking care of their own cities. Chicago's just in shambles. And this guy really needed to be a school teacher at that. A school teacher that decided to run for office and got put in. And I kind of blame the people that put him in the they're in the situation that they're in now, because they got these people out here that know nothing about doing for the people, but just owning for themselves. It's a shame.
We are here to celebrate you today, the Peacekeepers program, because the work that you all are doing is effective and it's working. From the beginning of my administration, I've made it a top priority to reduce violence and crime in our city, to make it a safer place.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. The whole purpose for you was to get in the chair, was to raise property taxes. You don't want to talk about that. That was your main agenda when you came and stepped into the chair. Property taxes, and just keep funding. You wanted to fund the police, and you just wanted to bring the immigrants in so you can get the funding, so you can put the money back in your pocket and pay all of your people that was just lollygagging in office, your aldermen, so to say.
For everyone. I'm proud to say, in the city of Chicago, crime is down.
You can't be kidding me, man. Anyway.
In fact, as I stand before you today, we have seen over 23% decrease in homicides this year alone. In the month of April, homicides are down 67%. That does not happen without the partnership with violence interrupters, community members, as well as our police department. And while this is encouraging news, we know that any shooting or any death is one too many, as we still have a lot of work to be done. The Peacekeepers program has proven to be an effective tool for reducing violence, and it shows what can happen when we actually listen to one another and work with the community.
How are you working with the community when you steady raising property taxes? Most residents in Chicago, you're forced to move away from Chicago. They're going to other cities, other states, because of you raising property taxes all over the place. You won't even, you defunding the police. The crime's running rampant all through the city. And you're sitting here talking about crime is down? Man, this dude done bumped his head, man.
People working as peacekeepers are members of communities who best understand the inner workings of the neighborhoods, the violent hotspots, and how best to diffuse the tensions. And it is helping to establish and strengthen intentional and sustainable collaboration between government and community. This form of community violence intervention is an important pillar to the People's Plan for Community Safety Initiative, my administration's community safety strategy, where the People's Plan for Community Safety protects those most impacted by violence, while also preventing future violence through key investments and collaboration that is led by community members like you, that's ultimately supported by government.
Yeah, he's getting booed in the back, though. A lot of people, I'm hearing through the headset, yeah, he's getting some boos back in the back, though. And he's not doing well by the people, man. This guy's just saying anything so he can hopefully get the funding. And along with these sanctuary cities, if they're not going to abide by the president of the United States, then they're no longer going to get the funding for the city. So he's really walking on eggshells now. So eventually someone's coming for that chair.
What we're seeing in the reduction in crime in the city today is because of that partnership. And I know we will continue to see violence decline as we continue to listen to one another to make sure that the communities who are in need of investment, that we provide those investments. In fact, I'm very proud to shout out Good Kids, Mad City, an up-and-coming youth-led organization in which the city of Chicago will hire 100 peacekeepers for the next generation of violence intervention.
Peacekeepers. What about police? Y'all down like 2,000 cops, man. Y'all, this is crazy. You know what? Let me look up something. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to Google and I'm gonna pull up this thing here I found on Google. Here it goes. Chicago crime rate. Let's see what this says up here from Google. So from what I'm seeing, this is Google crime. I typed in Chicago crime rate. Chicago has a high crime rate, particularly in the violent crimes like homicide and aggravated assault. I'm highlighted here. But recently, the trend shows decrease in some areas. In 2024, there were 28,443 violent crimes reported. The aggravated assaults reaching 20-year high, according to Illinois' policy. However, homicides have decreased, and non-fatal shootings are also compared to recent peaks. Violent crime was 28,443 reported incidents in 2024. Homicide 621 in 2023 with homicide rate of 22.85 per 100,000 population. Goes down here to say aggravated assaults reached a 20-year high in 2024, which is last year. Arrest rates have been trending downward for the past 20 years. So got the crime rate and statistics here. Let's see what they say. Because there's no way crime is going down, and every other week there's large gatherings, and we're really a lot of people just terrorizing the streets. They had a burnout, tearing up the streets, murders still all throughout Chicago, but he's saying that crime is down. I don't know what this thing keep doing. So according from what he's saying, it's really totally the opposite. I don't know what he's saying, and especially if you defunding the police, how is it crime going down? I don't know. Well, whatever y'all think, man, leave your comments down below and tell me if Brandon Johnson is just talking out the side of his neck, or you feel like he's doing a good job. Leave your comments down below. Peace.